These are all my Alter Ego eyeshadow palettes. I have the full collection of what's available right now at their website, and I'm really anxious to show them to you. I have not finished testing them, but when I started putting the information together for this video this morning, I saw that they are on sale for their end of season sale for 25% off. And that makes them very budget friendly, even though they're budget friendly every day. So let's take a look at them. Okay, so later in the video, I'll tell you about 5 other palettes they have that they've been out of stock on all year, but I'm optimistic that they'll be back in stock at some point because you can leave your email address on there to be notified when they're back in stock. I've got these arranged in alphabetical order, and this is the first one. I like this company because they take their inspiration from other more expensive palettes. They take a similar color story, a similar formulation, but they deliver it to you at a much better price. And, you know, if you're on fixed income, that can be really important. It can be important even if you're not on a fixed income. But I have found that life changes a little bit when you're on a fixed income. But in addition to the great prices, they've got great customer service. My last order, they provide tracking links, in their orders. And when I had clicked on it, it had said the order had been canceled, and I didn't really read anything else. So I contacted them, and I can't remember what time of day I contacted them, but it was they got back to me either later that day or first thing the next morning. I just can't remember. And they said it was a snafu between their shipping company and whoever the carrier was, that they had accidentally recycled some old tracking numbers and that they would have it fixed in a couple of days. And they did. They did fix it. And I was really happy about that. So I've got these in alphabetical order. This one is the Artemis palette. If the colors look familiar, it's because this is a color scheme that should be very similar to Natasha Denona's Metropolis palette. I don't have that palette, so I can't tell you if it's truly a dupe or not, but just looking at pictures, it looks pretty close. And it's a beautiful color story. Absolutely beautiful. This one has 28 pans. Most of them have 15 or 18. This is, I think, the only one I've got that's got 28 pans. And their palettes range in price from $20 to $24. And right now, they have 25% off all those prices. But you're not going to see that discounted price when you're looking at the screen. But once you add something to your cart and then look at the cart, then you will see the corrected price. If you were wanting to get the Metropolis palette and missed out on it or couldn't afford it, you might want to think about picking up Artemis. It's beautiful. I guess I should swatch something, huh? Let's see. Look at those beautiful colors. So one thing I have noticed is that sometimes their mattes are not as pigmented as some of the brand names. But for me, as a beginner, that's actually a plus because it lessens the chance I'm going to make a huge mistake that's impossible to walk back from. So that's the first one. The next one that I've got alphabetically is Canyon. This is the Canyon palette, and it's supposed to be a dupe for the Natasha Denona bronze palette. And if you have that palette, I'm sure you recognize this color story. I like warm colors, but I don't have that Natasha Denona palette. So I'm very happy to have this one. So look how pretty those are. It's going to be a wonderful palette to use this summer and in the fall when I'm going to love those colors. Okay, so this next one is supposed to be mimicking Huda's Rose Quartz palette. The packaging picture is beautiful. And this is another one I don't have the original palette for, but it looks like it's going to be the same to me. Okay, so this is one that I've used. This is their Daylight palette, and I will give you 1 minute to think about what it looks like to you. This is supposed to be reminiscent of Natasha Denona's I Need a Nude palette, and it goes on beautifully. I mean, it really does. This one here in the center is my favorite shade. Look at that. It's so pretty. It's a beautiful champagne color. Now, I will have other videos in the future showing looks with it and doing comparisons where I can, as well as full swatches. But once I saw that it's back on end of season sale for 25% off, I wanted to just get this video together quickly and so you can see it in case you were wanting to get any of these. This next one is Dream Gaze. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful cover again. And this is supposed to be similar to Natasha Denona's pastel palette. Again, I don't have that palette, so I can't compare, but I was wanting a beautiful pastel palette for springtime, and this one is going to fit the bill. Oh, and this one, they have discounted to $20 instead of $22. So with the 25% off, that drops the price down to $15. The next one I've got is the Goddess palette. This is supposed to be similar to Natasha Denona's gold palette, the original one. Now this one is smaller than the Denona palette, but it still has the same color story. And again, I don't have that palette, so I can't compare it. But from the pictures, this looks like, the same color story. It's the gold with a little bit of neutrals, and then the pops of these teal greens in there to play off the gold. There's that one, and there they are on my back of my hand. This one looks like it's got a little color shift too. It looks like it's got a darker undertone and then the teal flip. So maybe it's a brown teal. I'm trying to get the sun on it just right. I don't know, they're beautiful. So that's Goddess. The next one is Harmony. Harmony is supposed to be a dupe for Natasha Denona's Retro palette. And it looks like the same color story to me. But again, I don't have that palette, so I can't actually compare it. But it's a beautiful color story. It really is. This next one is Mirage. This one's 18 pans, and it is supposed to be similar to Huda's Empowered palette. Now this one I got, it had a slight imperfection on the pressing right here on this one. So this is what those three shades look like. This one is a really yellow gold. This one is more of a champagne gold, and this one is more of a mauve light burgundy. Now, they also try to do multiple textures like the other palettes do. And you can see from looking at this one has larger glittery specks in it. This one is more like looks more foiled. This one looks, I'm not quite sure how I would describe it. I mean, it's slightly metallic, it's slightly satin, but it also has very tiny multicolored specks in it. I don't know if they're glitter or not, but so those are three very different textures. Misthaven, this is one of their slightly newer palettes. I think it's the second to newest one. And it's supposed to be similar to Huda's Pretty Grunge palette. And from the pictures I've seen of that Pretty Grunge palette, this does look, very similar. It's got, the way this one's set up is it's got all the mattes on this side and in this row, and then the more shimmery shades. This one, called Secrets, looks like a duo or multi-chrome satin finish. Well, I'm starting to get a lot of sprinkles, a lot of shimmers all over my hand. Let me see if I can get some more of these cleaned up. I'm not sure if I'll be able to. So this one's beautiful. This will be a beautiful fall and winter palette, I think. Now, if you're looking at the colors on here and you know what the other ones were reminiscent of, what do you think this palette's reminiscent of? You got it! Natasha Denona's Circo Loco palette. These are like all the circus bright colors and everything. It'll be so much fun to wear this summer. Everything from like ocean blues and sunshine, fiery colors, hot Florida pinks, azure watercolors. Monsoon is like that deep royal blue. Let's see what Macaw looks like. Ooh, a nice bright royal blue. So you're going to get some really colorful looks from this. And to me, these all look like either smooth classic shimmers or maybe satin finishes. I'm just not sure, but they all look smooth. And for my wrinkly my face, I appreciate a smoother shimmer. I sometimes have a hard time getting any of the chunkier ones to look good, or to last for that matter. So another really fun palette. The next one is Sahara. Natasha Denona seems to be a favorite theme here. And this one takes after her Biba palette. Again, not a palette I've got, and a palette that I probably won't ever get, but it's beautiful. It's got warms and neutrals. And with some peaches. I mean, it's a really pretty fat palette. This next one is called Shadow Kiss. This is similar to Natasha Denona's Glam palette. It's just a very pretty, classic, timeless kind of color story. I don't know if we can really tell what these look like because I've got, ooh, there's a duochrome. It goes, I don't know, I can't tell what it goes to and from, but it's got a sea foam kind of color to it. And Shroud looks kind of like a light, not bronze, maybe light burnished champagne color. So I think this will get some really classic, elegant looks from it. Now, this next one is their newest or latest palette. This is called Sundown. And this is supposed to be a dupe for Natasha Denona's My Dream palette. Now, I don't have her My Dream palette. I mean, it seems like I have a lot of Natasha Denona palettes, but it's not really that many. But I don't have this one. And this is the one where she's got warm tones, some burgundies, some cool tones. And this is supposed to be reminiscent of her ideal eyeshadow palette. So, I don't know. I haven't tried this one yet. And then finally, this one is a dupe for my favorite Natasha Denona palette, which I do have, so I will be able to do comparisons with it. And this is the Wildwood palette. And it is very similar to the Yucca palette. This very fun summertime juxtapositions of like oranges, greens, nudes, and that looks more like a seafoam. I was thinking it might be a teal. There's our teal matte. Beautiful. Now on the last order I placed, I got 2 sets of their eye brushes, which I'm gonna have to move things for a second here so I can reach them. Okay, so when I do the side-by-side comparison looks, I wanted 2 identical sets of eyeshadow brushes, and I don't have 2 sets of anything. So I bought 2 of their 8-piece eye brush collections. These have a normal price of $42. They're discounted right now to $20, which means with 25% off, you can get a collection for $15. And then, I'm not sure why, on that last order they sent me a gift, but they sent me this 7-piece brush set. It has a concealer brush, an angled blush brush, and then 5 other eyeshadow brushes that do not look exactly the same as the 8 in their eye brush collection. And they're labeled differently. So take that as you will. I also ordered one of their eyeshadow primers, but when I checked earlier today, it's not listed. So I don't know if they've discontinued that or what, but I do have that to try. But I was really pleased with them. And so I don't know, again, if they sent me this because it was a larger order or because I had problems with that delivery tracking number. But it was very kind of them. They didn't even tell me they were going to do it. They just put it in the box, and on the packing slip, they just hand wrote gift next to it. So that was really sweet. Very sweet. So I did not do full face intros and outros, and I didn't do any full swatches because I was wanting to get this out to you in case you had any interest in any of these to add to your collection. Do you have any of these palettes? Are any of these reminiscent of palettes you've been wanting? I mean, several of them are nearly identical to some palettes I'd been wanting but hadn't wanted to spend the money for. And I was very pleased to be able to expand my collection in this, budget-friendly manner. Makeup can get really expensive, and I'm really thankful for this option. So, leave a comment if you've got any of these, what you thought of them. Were you happy with them? Were you unhappy with them? Did you ever need anything from customer service? What was your experience? I hope you enjoyed this, and if you enjoyed it, please give it a like, leave a comment. If you're a subscriber, thank you. And if you're not, and you've made it this far, please think about subscribing. It would really mean a lot to me. But to all of you, thank you for watching, and keep looking in your silver mirror, keep healthy, keep happy, and I will see you next time on My Silver Mirror. Bye.